And we're learning more about an FBI search party at a Cordova home associated with Memphis rapper Pooh Shiesty. Now, the FBI confirms they were at the house to execute a court-ordered search and arrest warrant. WRAG's Drita Patterson was there.
There are perfectly manicured lawns here in this Cordova.
On the morning of April 1st, 2026, the feds didn't just break down Pooh Shiesty's store in Cordova. They broke the unwritten code of the streets forever. But here's the part that will make your skin crawl. The FBI didn't need a wiretap. They didn't need a GPS tracker. They had something much more powerful. They had Shiesty's own flesh and blood. Lantrell Williams Sr., the man who gave Pooh Shiesty his name, reportedly sat in that interrogation room and, according to leaked transcripts that are currently setting the dark web on fire, he told everything. Every secret hard drive, every crypto wallet, every move Shiesty made since touching down. His own father reportedly handed it to the feds on a silver platter just to save his own skin. This isn't just a raid, fam. This is a public execution of loyalty. If you thought you knew the meaning of betrayal, you haven't seen anything yet. Is blood really thicker than water, or is a federal plea deal thicker than blood? To understand how the world of Pooh Shiesty collapsed in a single morning, you have to understand the man behind the shadow. Lantrell Tyson Williams Jr., known to the globe as Pooh Shiesty, didn't just wake up one day and decide to run the rap game. He inherited a blueprint. He was born into a legacy where the streets and the music were intertwined like DNA strands. His father, Lantrell Williams Sr., wasn't just a spectator in his son's rise. He was the architect. In the gritty neighborhoods of South Memphis, the Williams name carried weight long before Back in Blood became a global anthem. Big Shiesty was the OG, the mentor, the man who supposedly taught Pooh how to navigate the snakes and the ladders of a life lived on the edge. For years, the public saw a bond that looked unbreakable. When Pooh Shiesty was snatched up by the feds back in 2021 on those high-profile gun and robbery charges in Miami, it was his father who stood as the fortress. He was the one in every interview, wearing the Free Shiesty hoodies, shouting to the heavens that his son was being targeted by a system that hated to see a young black man winning. He was the face of the struggle, the voice of the family, and allegedly, the one keeping the 1017 business moving while Pooh was sitting behind those cold federal bars. But as the saying goes, heavy is the head that wears the crown, and in Memphis, that crown is often made of thorns. When Pooh Shiesty finally touched down in late 2025, the energy had shifted. The kid who went in was a rapper. The man who came out was a mogul. Sources close to the Cordova mansion claim that Shiesty started moving differently. He wasn't just dropping bars. He was allegedly dropping millions into decentralized servers, encrypted ghost drives, and offshore crypto wallets, assets that were designed to be invisible to everyone, including his own father. This is where the cracks began to spiderweb through the foundation. Imagine being the man who built the house, only to realize your son has changed all the locks. Insiders whisper that a silent Cold War had been brewing inside that Cordova estate since February 2026. While the fans were celebrating Shiesty's return to the charts, the household was reportedly a pressure cooker of ego and paranoia. The OG felt sidelined, treated like a relic of the past, while the son was building a digital empire that left no room for the old ways of doing business. The history between these two is loaded with what-ifs. What if the loyalty we saw on camera was just a performance for the brand? What if the family-first mantra was just a shield for a much darker power struggle? We saw the signs, but we chose to ignore them. Remember the cryptic social media posts? The sudden silence from Big Shiesty during Pooh's biggest release parties? It wasn't just business as usual. It was a fracture in the bloodline. The FBI didn't just stumble onto this raid on April 1st. They are master psychologists. They didn't just target a rapper. They targeted a wounded ego. They knew that in the high-stakes game of federal survival, the most dangerous weapon isn't a gun. It's a disgruntled mentor with nothing left to lose. They waited until the tension between father and son reached a breaking point, and then they struck. This drama wasn't an accident. It was an inevitability 20 years in the making. And as the flashbangs lit up the Cordova sky, The world was about to find out that the man who gave Pooh Shiesty his life was the only one who knew exactly how to take it away. The clock struck 5:30 a.m. on April 1st, 2026, in the elite, quiet suburb of Cordova. While the rest of the world was waking up to April Fool's jokes, Pooh Shiesty was about to wake up to a nightmare that no prank could ever match. This wasn't a standard knock and announce warrant. This was a full-scale tactical breach. Over 40 federal agents, backed by the TBI and local Memphis units, descended on the Williams mansion with an intensity that felt like a war zone. Neighbors reported the ground literally shaking from the force of multiple flashbangs detonating simultaneously. Windows shattered, doors were kicked off their hinges, and the air was filled with the smell of gunpowder and panic. Inside the house, Pooh Shiesty, born Lantrell Jr., was reportedly calm. Sources close to the scene say he didn't run. He didn't resist. He sat on his designer sofa, hands zip-tied behind his back, looking the lead federal agent in the eye with that cold, trademark smirk. He had played this game before. He knew the drill. He was confident because he believed he was a ghost. He had spent months and millions of dollars building a digital fortress. Every incriminating file, every illegal transaction, every industry secret was buried deep within encrypted ghost drives, servers hidden behind firewalls that even the NSA would struggle to crack. He thought he was untouchable because he thought he was the only one with the keys. But here is where the first soul-crushing twist happens. While Shiesty was sitting in the living room keeping it 100, the FBI had his father, Lantrell Sr., in a separate tactical vehicle parked just down the street. According to a high-level leak from a confidential source within the investigation, Big Shiesty wasn't being treated like a suspect. He was being treated like a VIP tour guide. As Shiesty watched from the window, he saw his own father, the man who taught him everything about the street code, walk into the house escorted by federal agents. He didn't look like a man under arrest. He looked like a man on a mission. A leaked audio snippet, reportedly recorded by a body cam during the breach, captures the chilling moment of impact. You can hear a voice that sounds exactly like Lantrell Sr. saying, "The theater room, under the floorboards, the third panel from the left. That's where the black box is. The passwords are in the cloud account under my name." Bro, can you feel the betrayal in that room? This wasn't just a tip-off from a distance. This was a father literally leading the enemy to his son's most guarded secrets. Shiesty's smirk reportedly vanished in an instant. His face went from stone cold to pure, unadulterated shock. He watched as agents pulled up the floorboards he had personally installed and dragged out a titanium case server, the Ghost server. This was the digital heart of Shiesty's entire operation since he got out of jail. It contained everything: his secret business dealings, his what-if plans to exit his contract with 1017, and encrypted communications that could tie him to every major street move in Memphis for the last year. The emotional reaction was instantaneous. One fake-leaked message from a household staff member who witnessed the raid claimed, "I seen Pooh look at his daddy like he was a stranger. He didn't even yell. He just looked at him, and Big Shiesty wouldn't even make eye contact. He just kept pointing at the safe in the wall. It was the coldest thing I ever seen in my life." Within minutes of the server being seized, the internet went nuclear. A verified associate of the 1017 camp posted a black screen on Instagram with the caption, "The snake wasn't in the grass. The snake was in the kitchen eating dinner with us every night. Cordova is burning. #end off an era." But even as the fans started picking sides, a shocking twist within the conflict began to surface. Leaked tactical notes suggest that the FBI didn't just find Pooh Shiesty's business on those drives. They found evidence of a $10 million industry bounty. It turns out Pooh Shiesty wasn't just hiding from the law, he was reportedly collecting insurance on the biggest names in the rap game. His father didn't just snitch on his son. He handed the feds a weapon that could blow up the entire music industry. The conflict isn't just about a raid anymore. It's about a father who decided that his son's industry insurance was his own ticket to a federal plea deal. This is a violation of the highest order. As the agents carried the boxes of evidence out of the house, Shiesty reportedly whispered one thing to his father as they passed each other in the hallway. He didn't curse. He didn't threaten. He just said, "You shoulda let him kill me in the streets, Pop." This is worse. The first twist has been revealed. The feds have the ghost server, and the man who gave them the password is the man Shiesty called Dad. But what exactly is on those drives that has the rest of the industry shaking? Stay tuned, because the escalation is about to get much, much darker. The fallout from the Cordova raid didn't just stay in Memphis. It ignited a global firestorm that has reached the highest offices in the music industry. By 12 p.m. on April 2nd, 2026, the term ghost server was the #1 trending topic on X, Twitter, worldwide. But as the world was busy dissecting the father-son betrayal, a second, much more terrifying revelation dropped. A leaked internal FBI inventory report surfaced on an encrypted whistleblower site, and it didn't just list Pooh Shiesty's street dealings. It listed names that make Shiesty look like a small fish in a shark-infested ocean. The report mentioned folders labeled with the initials JC, Jay-Z, RW, Rick Ross, and RD, Gucci Mane. The shocking twist? Shiesty's father allegedly told federal investigators that his son wasn't just a rapper. He was a digital archivist for the industry's darkest secrets. He claimed Pooh Shiesty had spent his time behind bars in 2021 to 2025 gathering leverage on every mogul who had ever mentored him. The drives reportedly contained recorded conversations, private contract disputes, and illegal industry rituals that Shiesty was allegedly using to force his way out of his 1017 Records contract. His father reportedly whispered to the lead agent, "My son wasn't trying to be a legend. He was trying to be the landlord of the whole game. He's got dirt on everybody from Atlanta to Brooklyn." The industry backlash was instantaneous and brutal. Gucci Mane, the man who championed Shiesty and invested millions in his legal defense, reportedly wiped every single mention of Pooh Shiesty from his social media within 60 minutes of the leak. A fake, but highly believable, Twitter thread from a label insider claimed, "Gucci is beyond livid. He thought he was helping a brother, but the feds now have a folder titled 1017 Weaknesses that Shiesty's dad personally decrypted for them." The betrayal is circular. Shiesty played Gucci, and his dad played Shiesty. The escalation didn't stop there. By the evening, a cryptic post from a verified Rock Nation affiliate sent shockwaves through the culture. "You can't blackmail the gods. Some doors should stay closed." Cordova was just the beginning. Trident emblem. This fueled rumors that the ghost server contained audio of high-level meetings involving industry mergers and shadow investors that were never meant to see the light of day. The narrative shifted from a simple drug raid to an industry apocalypse. Social media exploded with fake Twitter threads showing screenshots of Shiesty's father entering the Memphis FBI field office with a briefcase. One viral TikTok creator, claiming to be a cousin of the Williams family, posted a video with 10 million views saying, "It wasn't about the money." Big Shiesty found out his son was planning to retire him from the business once he signed that new $20 million deal with a rival label. He snitched to protect his own legacy. It's a Game of Thrones in Memphis, and the king just killed the prince. But here is the shocking reveal that has everyone terrified, and it's the cliffhanger that changes the stakes for everyone watching. Rumor has it there is a third drive, the black box. According to leaked grand jury notes, Lantrell Sr. told the feds that Shiesty has a kill switch server located outside of the US that will automatically leak its contents to the public if Shiesty isn't released by April 15th. Wait, it gets deeper. The FBI reportedly found a set of coordinates on the ghost server that point to a location in Dubai. This implies that Shiesty was prepared for this exact moment. He knew his father might flip, and he built a failsafe. Now, the feds aren't just investigating a rapper. They are in a race against time to stop a massive data leak that could destroy the careers of the top 1% of the music world. Every phone in Atlanta, Miami, and New York is being tossed into the river as we speak. The industry isn't just mad, they are panicked. Is Pooh Shiesty a victim of his father's greed? Or is he a master manipulator who finally got outplayed by the man who taught him the game? The cliffhanger is real. The feds have the server, but they don't have the key to the black box yet. And the only man who knows where it is? He's sitting in a cell, refusing to talk to anyone but his lawyer, and he's reportedly demanding to see his father one last time, face to face. What happens on April 15th? Will the industry crumble, or will Shiesty disappear forever? The world is holding its breath. Every notification on your phone could be the one that ends a career. The moment the news of the ghost server and the father-son betrayal hit the digital atmosphere, the internet didn't just react, it suffered a total systemic meltdown. As of April 2nd, 2026, the hip-hop community is officially fractured into two warring camps, and the tension is so thick you could cut it with a diamond-encrusted blade. On one side, you have the Shiesty loyalists, a massive wave of younger fans who are flooding TikTok and IG with hashtags like #DadIsAnOp and #FreeTheBLRRD. To them, Pooh Shiesty isn't a criminal, he's a victim of the ultimate generational betrayal. Viral videos are popping up every hour showing fans burning their big 1017 merchandise in their backyards, claiming that the industry and Shiesty's own father conspired to clip the wings of the last real trap star. One fan's post with 15 million views summarized the sentiment. If your own blood can't hold you down in a federal raid, then the streets are officially dead. We don't care about the drives. We care about the code. Big Shiesty is the biggest snake in history. But on the flip side, the street historians and the older generation of hip-hop fans are coming with a much more calculated and cold-blooded energy. They aren't mourning the betrayal, they're analyzing the logic. In the comment sections of every major blog from academics to Say Cheese, the narrative is shifting. One top-voted comment on a leaked FBI photo read, "Y'all calling him a snake," but Big Shiesty saw the writing on the wall. Pooh was trying to blackmail the men who fed him. You can't bite the hand of Gucci Mane and Jay-Z and expect your father to go to prison for your ego. This is the final lesson in street politics. When the son tries to be the god, the father has to bring him back to earth. The industry reaction, however, has been the most chilling part of this entire saga. It's not just silence, it's a coordinated erasure. Heavyweights like 50 Cent have reportedly entered the chat with their signature brand of chaos. A leaked and highly viral DM from 50 Cent's supposed burner account read, "I told y'all Memphis was a different breed of animal. You think you're a mogul until your own daddy hands the feds the keys to your house. This isn't rap anymore. This is a Netflix special. Get the popcorn, cause April 15th is coming." Meanwhile, the silence from the Rock Nation and 1017 camps is deafening. Insiders claim that emergency board meetings are happening in Manhattan and Atlanta every few hours. The fear isn't just about Pooh Shiesty going back to jail, it's about what's on those servers. Rumor has it, 3 major A-list artists have already contacted their legal teams to file preemptive injunctions to block the release of any audio found on the ghost server. The division is even splitting families apart in Memphis. Local news reports suggest that Williams' family supporters are clashing in the streets of South Memphis, with some standing by the OG and others calling for his head. The public opinion court is in a deadlock. Is Lantrell Sr. a government puppet, or is he a hero who stopped a young, power-hungry rapper from destroying the entire industry's infrastructure? A fake poll on a popular hip-hop forum showed a 50-50 split. Half the fans want the black box to leak so they can see the industry burn, while the other half want Shiesty to use his kill switch to negotiate his freedom. One prominent industry blogger posted a haunting final thought that is now being reposted by every major outlet. The tragedy isn't the raid. The tragedy is that we now live in a world where a father-son bond has a price tag. If the feds can buy a father's loyalty for a plea deal, then no one is safe. Not your favorite rapper, not your favorite mogul, and definitely not you. This statement has fueled further controversy, with fans now questioning the authenticity of every celebrity relationship. The industry is currently holding its breath, waiting for the first official statement from the Williams legal team. But with every passing second, the ghost server is becoming more than just evidence. It's becoming a countdown to the end of hip-hop as we know it. Just when you thought the betrayal couldn't get any deeper, and just when you thought Pooh Shiesty was backed into a federal corner with no escape, a final, bone-chilling revelation has just surfaced from the depths of the dark web. It turns out, Shiesty wasn't just playing checkers while his father was playing chess. He was playing a game of global extinction. The shocking final twist? According to a high-level leak from a digital forensic expert tied to the Memphis investigation, the ghost server that Shiesty's father handed over to the FBI was a decoy. Yes, you heard that right. While the feds were busy celebrating their massive haul, and while Lantrell Sr. was signing his plea deal, they were reportedly accessing a server filled with Level 2 street data. But the real black box, the one containing the industry's radioactive secrets, is still out there, and it's live. Leaked encrypted pings suggest that Shiesty has a dead man's switch, hosted on a private offshore satellite network. Here is the cliffhanger that has the entire 1% of the music industry, from Jay-Z to the highest-ranking label execs, paralyzed with fear. If Pooh Shiesty's biometric signature, his fingerprint or face scan, isn't logged into a secure terminal by April 15, 2026 at 10:17 p.m., the black box will automatically decrypt and dump its entire contents onto every major public server on the internet. We're talking about raw audio, unedited contracts, and ritual footage that would effectively end the careers of at least 10 A-list moguls in a single night. But wait, it gets even more twisted. A new report suggests that Shiesty's father, Lantrell Sr., knew about the decoy. Rumor has it, the OG didn't snitch to help the feds. He snitched to distract them while he worked on a separate deal to sell the real black box to a rival billionaire mogul for $50 million. The betrayal isn't just about a father and son. It's about a father trying to out-finesse his own son's master plan. The feds are now realizing they might have been played by both sides of the Williams bloodline. As we sit here today, Pooh Shiesty is reportedly refusing to eat or speak in his cell. He's just staring at the clock. April 15th is coming, and the kill switch is ticking. Will the feds release him to stop the leak? Or will they let the industry apocalypse happen just to see who falls? And the most haunting question of all, who is really holding the remote to that satellite server? Some say it's a mysterious figure in Dubai. Others say it's Shiesty's own legal team. But one thing is certain, the family business in Memphis just became a global countdown. The streets are quiet, the moguls are panicking, and the world is waiting for April 15th. This drama isn't over. It's just reached the red zone. Stay locked in, because our next update will reveal the first 10 seconds of that black box audio, and believe me, you are not ready for whose voice is on that tape. This is absolutely insane, fam. A father-son empire crumbling in real time, and the entire music industry is shaking as the April 15th kill switch counts down. But I want to hear from you. Is Pooh Shiesty's dad the biggest snake in history, or is he just a man trying to survive? Who do you think is on that black box audio? Drop a snake in the comments if you think the streets are officially dead. Hit that subscribe button and turn on all notifications right now. You do not want to miss our next update where we leak the first 10 seconds of that Dubai audio. Stay locked in. The truth is coming.